We begin with the latest in a joint search that's happening off Kinmen for survivors of a capsized Chinese fishing vessel. In a rare sign of unity, Taiwan's and China's coast guards have joined forces to search for survivors, but 2 people are still missing. Rick Glauert is following developments for us in Taipei. Rick, what do we know about this operation?
Well, it's now been 36 hours since that boat capsized, and of course, every hour counts. As the clock ticks by, the chances of survival are getting slimmer. There's still 2 people left in the water around those islands of Kinmen. 2 people drowned, and 2 people were rescued from the water alive. Now, we know that at least 4 Taiwanese Coast Guard vessels and 6 Chinese Coast Guard vessels are involved in a search with a radius of 12 nautical miles from the location of that capsizing. But today, we've also been hearing news of a second operation. Now that's taking place off the island of Matsu, another Taiwanese island close to China's coast. What happened there is that a Chinese national fell off of a boat outside of Taiwan's waters, and another joint operation is there looking for him. Now, I spoke to Taiwan's Coast Guard earlier, and I asked whether this type of incident was common. He said it's not particularly uncommon, and that it could be particularly bad at this time of year during the spring when we experience bad weather.
The cooperation between China and Taiwan here is itself notable, but how much can we read into it?
Well, we can't read too much into it because, of course, when it comes to saving lives at sea, the 2 countries are going to cooperate. We know that they've saved more than 100 lives together in this area over the last 3 years. But what is interesting is the timing. This comes just a few weeks after a very serious incident near Kinmen. Now, that's where Taiwanese Coast Guard chased a Chinese vessel out of Taiwan's waters. That boat capsized, and 2 Chinese nationals died. This has prompted a very angry response from Beijing. It's been demanding answers, been demanding compensation, and Beijing also said that it would step up its patrols around this area and enforce its maritime law in Taiwan's waters. So we were all bracing for an escalation of the situation. But what we've seen over the last couple of days with these joint rescue missions looks like the opposite of that. In fact, Taiwan's Coast Guard has said that Beijing has been respecting protocols and staying out of Taiwan's waters. So it looks like after a few tense weeks, there could be calmer waters ahead.